Hello, welcome back to a new episode of Nicholas Plays How I Met Your Mother, Oxygen Not Included edition. One take, that's pretty cool. Anyway, last episode we cleaned out all that junk, the slime biome, right? And now this is all just clean air. I was almost gonna say water, and also some chlorine and carbon dioxide mixed together. That's fine. I built some kind of gadget right here. Not sure whether you can see it or not, but I'll come back to that later. I think for this episode, our our plan, right, is one thing is that I want to get all my. If we have a look at our duplicates, right, most of them, their athletics is at 20 or 15 or 10 or more, right? That's more than enough for them to start wearing the exo suit. We could also, since they all have really high morale, we could also give them exosuit training. And with exosuit, we also need a steady oxygen supply. And we built this janky oxygen supply thing quite a while ago, and it wasn't really working very well, right? So what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna build the next oxygen generator right here, and then taking all this fresh water, feed it into that first, and then what's happening here? Oh, sorry about that, I forgot. Okay. Start building the oxygen generator, feeding the water from here, and build a new living quarter, which they can only exit if and when they put on the Atmo suit, right? That's my plan. And coming back to this little gadget, maybe let me invite someone. Let's see, who can we grab? Robin. Okay, let's. Oh, Robin picked up some dirt. Come here to help us with our experiment. Whee! Nice. Okay. See how this door is open right now? If we move Robin into this haven't really discovered place, see how when she went through, this door sort of closed and reopened again, and now it says this is a vacuum. If we look into the gas overlay, right? This is a vacuum, and this is chlorine. And from the previous episodes, we have learned that vacuum doesn't really transfer any kind of heat. So I'm hoping that this gadget will allow us to sort of insulate these two areas much better, because this is sort of warm. This is very cold, right? This is a ice biome, snow biome, and this is a regular temperature biome. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And the reason why I want to get them into Atmo Suit is I want them to explore this part and then sort of extract this really hot water, right? If we look into the temperature overlay, this is really red. If they go in as of now, if they just goes into that water, they will get burned, right? It's really hot. So that's one reason why we want them to get into Atmo Suit. The other reason is that they have been working in this no oxygen environment for quite a while, and whenever they work in these no oxygen environments, not only they are sort of exposed to the outside, their eyes might get really itchy, they also have to come back somewhere to gasp for air. And whenever they come back, right, they would drop whatever they had in their hand to the bottom. So that's not good either. Put them into Atmo Suit should allow us to greatly increase the efficiency of our base. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do next. Oopsies, I think I forgot to explain, like, how does this little gadget work? So we have two duplicate motion sensor. They can sense whenever a duplicate is getting closer and closer, right? And it also shows you the range, right? And after that, we connect them with a bunch of gates, and then we connect them with the actual mechanized airlock. So what does these gates do? The first one is a buffer gate. What does buffer gate do is that it extends a green signal. It only extends green, doesn't extend red, okay? And then after extending the green signal to a second, The second gate is a filter gate. It filters green signal and it only outputs a green signal if the signal it has been receiving is green and also longer than 0.9 seconds. And after that, we do an inverse of that signal, which we use a NOT gate to do so. So what this allows us to achieve is when there's no duplicate right around this place, this door is open. But as soon as a duplicate follows through or try to go through this door, let's slow this down real slow. And let's see, okay, Jenna is coming in. And so far, no duplicate within sight. So these two sensors, they're sending a red signal. But as soon as Jenna got close, this buffer gate got activated. So it is extending that signal to a second. And because it has extended that signal to over 0.9 seconds, the filter gate activated as well. Ooh. So I think what I should have done is to extend this signal maybe to 2 to 3 seconds and 2.9 seconds. So that for someone slow... Hey, Janet. Sorry. Can you come back here again? Wait. Okie dokie. Now that's reset. Let's grab Janet. And ask her to come back here again. Let's see, if we slow that down, I think that should be plenty of time for her to go through before, because she's slow, right? Uh-oh, she's like, oh, I'm stuck, help me. Oh, no. Janet, I need you to move away from the sensor, otherwise this door is not gonna work, you know? Okay, now she can go. Oh my god, Janet, you're real slow, aren't you? Oh, so that's how this door works. And obviously, you have to consider how fast or how slow your duplicates are. I tested this with Robin or Ted, it works, but Jenna is just super slow. How's your training going? You're not that slow anymore, you know? You have +8 skill in athletics. But anyway, that's it. Oh, one more thing. The reason why I built this gadget is because we have exactly the same gadget right here, but this is based on gravity and a weight plate. However, if you try to build a weight plate and you try to rotate it, I'm hitting the O key that tries to rotate it, does not rotate. So we cannot rely on gravity to build this. We have to devise something a little bit smarter, a little bit more complicated. And that is why we built this. Ooh, yes, Lily, yes. Thank you very much, Lily. Let me plug this in and let me get back to some explanation. And what is this? I mean, what is this monstrosity, right? So, there's a lot to this. Let's look at part by part. How about that? Let's pause the game for a while. You can see from the cycle count, I have been busy. So we have water coming here and all these white ports, right? They are feeding into the electrolyzer and they convert water into oxygen and hydrogen. So you have gas directly in this room. And this room right now is full of oxygen and hydrogen. Hydrogen, you can use a gas pump, right, to suck them up and then send them through pipes so that they go into hydrogen generators. So they generate power, and this power can be used to power itself as well. And what we have here is just a regular, you have seen this before, power generator module. It separates the power generators from the power consumers, and then it feeds into the main grid. All right, so all good, I think, right? Now, why are there so many gas pumps and what are these? Okay, so this is a power generator, right? And this is a power consumer module. What it does is it takes power from the main grid, maybe it's just from here, right? And then it gives all these gas pumps and also electrolyzers power. Why do we need a separate power consumer module right here? Because if you look into the power overlay, right, all this, they adds up to almost 3 to 4 kilowatts, I think. We have about 8 gas pumps, and then each of them consumes 240 power. That's almost 2 kilowatts. And then we have 480 watts. Sorry, I mean that's 2 kilowatts. Yeah, that's right. And then we have about 500. It's like 480 watts from the electrolyzers. So that's about all that, right? And after we looked at the power, the oxygen and hydrogen generation, what about these pipes in the background, right? What are these? Okay, this might be confusing. I know. Sorry about that. But hear me out, okay? Maybe give me a second. Let me prime the system. It takes a while to prime it and takes some fiddling. But once I prime it, I will show you what it is and how it works. If you're interested in how I prime this, stay around, okay? Otherwise, skip to the next chapter. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. I need to, so let me explain a little bit. So I have a gas valve. If I look at this one might be more interesting and a tiny bit more understandable. So there's a gas valve and it has a loop going on. And in the loop, there's already 1 gram of oxygen going around and around and around. It filled the whole loop because we set this gas valve to only be able to take 1 gram of gas within its loop, right? And this is called a mechanical gas filter. There's also mechanical liquid filter as well. It's the same idea. If you have a bridge and if you have gas coming in, only oxygen can go into this gas pipe. Any other kind of gas, they would go to the next spot. Try again, they couldn't go. They'll go to the next spot, which is a high pressure gas vent. This is almost like a safety vent. For example, if we have carbon dioxide in the pipe, right? They wouldn't come through, go in here. They would just go out right there. Okay, what if it is oxygen? Let me demonstrate that. What if we have oxygen? Let me connect the power line so we can see that happening. Thank you very much, game. I really love how the menu just blocks us. Okay, we're going to the gas view. Now we have a bunch of oxygen going to the pipes. Let me disconnect this first. I don't want it to run always because otherwise we'll be sucking up all the hydrogen. There is a delicate balance of how much oxygen and hydrogen you want to have and how they got all these pipes. Ooh, and we have some carbon dioxide apparently. Anyway, let's follow the pipe, right? Okay. See how all this, they are all oxygen, right? And they're 1 kilogram. They would come in here, they would try to go to the pipe because they are the same type of gas, they can, and so they come out right here. They go in and charge our Atmo Suit dock. Oh, good? Cool. Okie dokie. Let's slow the game down and wow, I'm a little bit scared to prime the whole system. What I want to do is to connect these two gas pump with power, and I think everything else is almost connected. What I want to do right now, right, is to have the gas pump suck up a little bit hydrogen. Yes, okay. I'm gonna disconnect the pipe from here with my pliers mod and capture that in that block, and then I'm gonna disconnect all these gas pumps that has access to hydrogen because I want to prime my gas valve, right? Okay, coming back to the gas overlay. This, oh, I need to connect this with something. Otherwise this oxygen wouldn't go. No, come back. Not you, hydrogen. You You are really sneaky, aren't you? Okay, it stayed. 100 gram is alright. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Did I not build a pipe over there? Oh, damn. Okay, how about... Oh my god, I didn't build anything? Okay, someone come build them quickly, please. I thought I have done this already. Okay. Think. Oops. Oh. Wait. What? I think that should be right, right? I think I should have disconnected these pipes first. Yeah. Cool. So now this one is primed, I think. Let the game save. Okay. You still have extra hydrogen. Let's go into that pipe. No? You don't want to go into that pipe? Okay. Let us try to prime this once more with a bit more technique and finesse, right? Okay, I want to get rid of this oxygen for now. Ooh, you can see that this is really delicate. Ooh, I see a big chunk of hydrogen. And you stay. Okay. And the way I want you to go is over there, inside. Yes! Yes! This is so good. Okay, I think these two are primed, which means... Whew, let me have a think. This is really terrifying. And I just don't want to mess this up. Once you mess it up, you have to restart from like the beginning, which is super hard. Okay, I think that's what we want. Ooh, hydrogen went into the pipes and then oxygen came out here. Oh, nice, nice, very nice. Now, I think I can connect these two to the power all the time. But I think there's something else I need to make sure, which is I would like this to connect it to that one. So if we have extra oxygen, it wouldn't block the pipe. Otherwise, this whole setup would be messed up as well. Ooh, and now my hydrogen generators, they're consuming all these hydrogen to provide power to our generators. Oh man, that is heck awesome. Let me watch this for a little bit. I'm a little bit worried if I messed anything up. Okay, all that looks pretty good. How about the gas overlay? That looks alright. Ooh, okay. They are not generating as fast as they should be because I haven't plugged these in yet. So if we do that, they should be able to generate it much more so they don't say max pressure anymore. Yeah, you see how the hydrogen sort of dropped off? Wow, just continuous oxygen and hydrogen generation. Okie dokie. I have been watching this for a few minutes. I think this is working out pretty well. Like, I don't see any kind of blockage. I see all the oxygen and hydrogen flowing quite smoothly. It's not as much hydrogen oxygen as it's not as much hydrogen as we're expecting, but that is fine because we're not activating everything altogether. So I've cut down the number of electrolyzers and also gas pumps because I thought about this. Right now I only have 8 duplicants. That means I need about 800 grams of oxygen per second. And if you look at the electrolyzer, right? Basically, what it does is one of them generates almost 900 grams of oxygen per second, which means that one of this should be able to supply my whole base oxygen need. I have two of them running because not only my duplicants, they are breathing in oxygen right now, I'm also using these oxygen to charge up my Atmo Suit because they take a while to be charged up, right? Once these are all charged up, I might even cut down even more of these electrolyzers and gas pumps because I just don't need that many, right? Yeah, so that's the update I have right now. I think this is almost ready. I just need to figure out the door permissions and then put in some beds and how can I have them, like they can go in, they can only go in and out from here, but nowhere else. I think I'll probably just remove these doors and then have a stair and a fire pole within this whole thing so they can sleep inside and then go in to get their Atmo Suit, take it off, sleep, and then coming out. Whenever they come out, they will have a full Atmo Suit, I hope. Yeah. Let me work on this and we'll get back to you. Okie dokie. So now we have our bedroom set up. Let's check. Yes, they're barracks. Cool. Maybe I didn't need that, like the fire pole up here, but whatever. I have that and it looks nice, right? And now we need to think about who should we put here. Let's have a look at the skills. Ooh, Barney, you are good to go. Jeanette, no, you're still far away from being able to use a Atmo Suit. Ooh, Lily, you are also good to go. Marshall, athletics at 17. I will grant you access to Atmo Suit. Nora, you can still wait for a little bit. Robin definitely needs it because she's working in carbon dioxide all the time. I will just show you soon. Ted is all right. Victoria, ooh, Victoria, you're good. Okie dokie. Not only beds are built, they're also assigned. Because we only have 4 Atmo Suit right now, we only have assigned 4 beds. And they are Robin, Barney, Lily, Marshall. I mean, Lily and Marshall, of course. And Robin and Barney, they can sleep together. I mean, you know what I mean, right? Because, like, in the show, they actually slept together for a while. But I'm intending to put Ted into this as well because, you know, that happened as well. So, that will be fun. And then maybe Nora or Victoria and Ted. I mean, there's a lot of different storylines we could go on. It's just interesting. Yeah. The benefit of having Atmo Suit is that they can work anywhere and they don't need to gasp for air anymore. Oh, this is so nice. Can I find someone else? Ooh, yeah. You see how fast they are? They got the thing and then just went. They're not gasping for air. Finally. Yeah, this is so good. Too good to be true. Atmo Suit is very, very powerful, I have to say. But if someone doesn't have an Atmo Suit, they have to run pretty fast, right? Otherwise, you'll be gasping for air. Ooh, you did well. I think this is Ted. Nicely done, Ted. That's awesome. I finally got some more Atmo Suit, and now I can assign Ted and also Victoria here. I do need to remember to give them access though. Ooh, that's just awesome. Ted, Barney, Robin, Victoria. And now Lily and Marshall, they have their own room, but they all live in the same building. Or should I say, apartment. That's pretty cool. Love it. So, I made some improvements to this whole thing. I added a few Atmo sensors, so these 2 gas pumps wouldn't turn on unless the the atmosphere, right, has over 500 grams of whatever gas it is. And these lower ones, this one have about 750 because it is right now much closer to the electrolyzer. And these 3, because they're further away, I set them to like 1,000 grams, and then they just turn on and off, and that's it. So this way, not only we're saving gas, we're also achieving an optimal state where we sort of have this top layer of hydrogen, And if you read online, that is the optimal state. People say best for like what you call this oxygen generation thingy, right? And if the game allows me, cool. I also found something I did really dumb. I forgot to connect these two wires. So when it was generating power, oh, all right, it's still hooked into the main grid. Never mind, I didn't say anything. I was really smart and everything went really well. Right. The reason why we want this transformer is that right now we have 5 generators, even though only these two are on all the time, right? These two batteries can store power, but they cannot output power. They can only store power. To be able to output power from here and to other batteries, you have to use a transformer. And if you set your batteries like the levels correctly, right? If this one has more charge, it can discharge into other batteries. So some of these wouldn't be needing to be turned on. I'm hoping that I'm reducing my, last cycle it only turned on for like 8% of the time. I'm hoping with our hydrogen generator being online, we can reduce our reliance on coal, because coal is sort of going down and up at the same time, because now we're feeding all these stone hatches. Oh, it's overcrowded, is it? I'll fix that later, because we're feeding these hatches with a lot of sedimentary rock. But eventually, I want to preserve those rocks. So, you know, one day we'll get there. Yeah, looking good, my base. Really enjoying this. I just noticed something else happening. If you look at our hydrogen generators, right, these are filling up. And if you look into our gas pipes are filling up as well. I was thinking, what's happening, right? If all these gas pipes fill up, and right here, it will be filled with hydrogen, and our hydrogen would, in theory, coming out of our oxygen pipes. Otherwise, there's nowhere for them to go, right? And then I started looking into my base, and my coal generator is not really online. My hydrogen generators is not really online. Where is my power coming from? Oh, I forgot. I have a gym, and the gym would provide most power. I am thinking, right, I should not let this pile up all the way backing up to over there. So I am thinking maybe it's time to build some gas reservoirs so we don't have the overflow. And if we do, it can get stored, right? I think that's a good idea. Let me do that. Okie dokie, I have built something. So if all these pipes are full and all these generators are full, right? If the gas back up until here, they will overflow into this pipe, and this pipe would overflow into these tanks. This one has the highest priority. This one is the last one to be filled. If this one is filled up to like 80%, right? We can set this to 80%. It will send us a red signal, and we invert that red signal and we put it into an automated notifier. So what we can do is, let's simulate that, okay? If we pause the game, if we set this to 0, and it will send us a red signal if we look into the automation layer, right? And we got our automated notification. Also, this comes with customization. You can name it, you can add a tooltip. Have a look. Need to consume them. You can select the type. You can say, I want to pause. I also want to zoom in. It's just so handy. I love this. So right now, I don't have to care about, whether these are full. Do I need to watch it or not? No, I don't have to care about them at all. I will be notified if they are full. Almost full, right? Let's set this back to 80 in case I forget. And looking at my base, I'm really feeling like very confident and very happy about how far I have came along, because in my previous playthroughs, one second, let me fix this water tank for our fishes. Otherwise, they're gonna die because we're using a lot of water. We need to consume these free water, but before we can do that, I think we can do that already. We don't really need to cool down this water yet. Anyway, it is getting warmer and warmer. I wonder why. Because the air, like the generated air, right? They're coming out of here around 70 degrees, 64, 65 degrees. It's really warm. So next step, we would need a sort of cooling solution. We need the aqua tuner and steam turbine. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, this series has really come a long way. Like this playthrough, I used to play Oxygen Not Included quite a lot. I have about 500 hours on my Steam account, saying I have played 500 hours, right? But I have never came this far, like building a Oxygen. I have built something similar, but not this complicated or fantastic, right? And also, whenever I play, I tend to just play through the first 100 or 200 cycles. Whenever it comes to generating oxygen or building a SPOM, this is called a self-powered oxygen maker or manufacturer or something like that. Anyway, I would sort of start a new one and then play again because I enjoy the earlier stages, because you're just exploring and having fun and you don't have to think about infrastructure and solving sort of quote and unquote complicated problems. Because if you look at this, right, it does seem quite daunting for someone who started playing this. And rather than challenging myself to progress through this stage, I sort of give up every time. And that's why I haven't got to this point yet. I haven't really played with steam turbine, which we have already researched, or I haven't really played with what's the thing called thermal aqua tuner yet. I'm really looking forward to that in the next episode. Ooh, there's some CO2 accumulating here. I need to modify my floor so CO2 does not accumulate here anymore. I'll do that later. So I really want to say I'm grateful for this series, and for anyone who's watching this, for anyone who's leaving me comments or likes, giving me feedback. I want to say thank you very much for being here with me. And with that said, I think that's a good ending for this episode as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you share it, like it, comment on it. Well, whatever you like doing with it. You don't have to do those things, but I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great time. I will see you next episode. Bye. Have a good one. Ciao.